What's going on? It's your boy Got by 2009. Got another good one for y'all today. Trying to let me adjust my stuff as always. I don't know why I always had this hunch down. So crazy. Let me see. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room. I got another good one for y'all today. And this one's gonna be about the rhythm of the heart. When the rhythm of the heart is off beat, which some of y'all can read between the lines of the title and understand what it means. But this one's gonna be have a more of a serious tone because a lot of people they always talk about I want a relationship or I want somebody, I want this person to do this, I need this person to do that, I want this person in my life, but they don't understand what that really means. They don't understand what the word means. A lot of people always speaking on love. I need some love, I want some love, I need a relationship, I want to be in a relationship, I need somebody in my life, but they don't understand what it takes to have that. They don't understand, and it's more than just the physical. And this is what this video going to be about. It's going to be about how Scorpio men, how we read people. It's going to be about how we see things and how we look at things and what happens when the rhythm of these things are going. A lot of you, you know, ask me a lot. My Scorpio, he's doing this. Let me back this around a little bit. My Scorpio is doing this, or my Scorpio is doing that, but they don't realize when they beating on a dead horse is almost like beating on a dead heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just like the heart is like when the heart stop beating, the rest of the body is dead. The rest of the body is not functionable. The rest of the body is not warm anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a relationship. It's just like any kind of situation. And this particular video is going to be about. So y'all give me time to get everything fixed up. And y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter. I'm gonna make sure try to make this one as good as I can. I know it's a couple of y'all trying to come in. I call myself trying to be presentable here, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to rock out with. Yeah, I need y'all give me 1 second. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat. God body just gonna do one thing before I set everything up. Give me 1 second. I'm coming, y'all. Y'all give me a second. I'm just trying to get everything straightened. Ooh, okay, that's a lot better. I'm sorry about that. I appreciate it. I really thank you for the support. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter. Get this out my face so y'all can at least see me a little bit. Uh, just give me a second, let everything get in, because I know a lot of times, just like I tell y'all, I'm always jumping into the video, so I'm just trying to give everybody a little time. Hey, Shata Singh. Hey, Pluto, First House. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm just setting everything up. And this perfect, just like for the title of this particular video, because it's like A lot of people think, oh, when it comes to a Scorpio man, they think, oh, we throw in the towel, or we give up on people, or we go ghost on people for no reason, or we do things just to be doing it. We are not those type of people. You gotta understand, when it comes to us in relationships and dealing with a Scorpio man, it's like you got to be able to read between the lines. You got to be able to be in tune. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm in tune with the Scorpio man," but you really not in tune. It's not going to work. You got to be a type of person to have a deep discernment, a deep understanding of the relationship, a deep understanding of that particular man. You can't be just, "Oh, I got this going on," or you think you got it going on, or you think you're doing certain things the right way, but it's not like that. And in this particular man, he's not going to be the type to, even if y'all have history together, even if you felt like you've done everything, or you felt like you have done everything, been in this relationship for a long time, so you feel like no matter what post the relationship is in, just like a heartbeat, that the life form is still the same, that the situation is still the same when is hanging on for his dear life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are in relationships and situations that are hanging on by a string, are hanging on, and they don't want to look at it. We the type Scorpio. When you deal with us, we the type of people that see it for what it is. If it's on life support, we will gladly cut the cord. We don't try to hold on to something that we know that's not hanging on, or something that's not in good condition. Because just like a body, what I'm saying? A lot of people hold on to people, you know, selfishly, or hold on to situations selfishly, knowing that it's dying, knowing that it's barely holding on, knowing that it's a physical and spiritual vegetable, you know what I'm saying, into a place where they can't function or do things, the same way anymore. I know even if you revive that person, they're not going to be in the same condition they were at first. It's going to probably be in worse. They're going to be in a more of a worse condition. They're going to be in a worse physical stagnation for the rest of their life. And that's just how Scorpio. That's how we see of reviving, situations, are reviving relationships that mean no good to us, are relationships that people don't really care about us, are situations that we know that are dying, are that are already dead. We're not those type of people that try to how the average guy or whatever, when he first enters a situation and he sees that the relationship's on life support, the average, whatever, he gonna be like, oh, let me go get some oxygen tanks, let me go get 8 oxygen tanks, I need to revive this situation, let me do CPR, breathe. You hear me? You can't. Come on, come on home. And you breathing on it, and you pumping on it. You pumping on this situation. You know it's dead. You know it's not coming back. But you still have the. You still have that urgency. You have that desperation. But especially when you are in a situation where you love somebody, or you a type of person that's full hearted and put all your energy and time into it. It's human nature to try to resuscitate something that has no life form, because of your emotional attachment, because of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a loving heart. You know, doesn't mean it's going to revive the situation. Doesn't mean it's going to come back to life. So I'm just briefing y'all a little bit before I get started. So y'all, let me go ahead and get everything set up right quick. This is going to be about the rhythm of the heartbeat. Okay. Because one thing I realized as I start to get older, as I'm starting to, wise, and as I tell you, I'm growing all the time. I tell y'all that, quite frequently, I'm growing and this and that and the third, but, you know, no, let me wipe this off. I'm sorry about that. Y'all give me 1 second. I had to wipe that off. One thing you got to realize about us is we don't. I know I say it all the time, but we don't wear a blindfold. It's not because we are trying to be black and white. It's not because we trying to be negative. It's like we have to live in reality because we don't have that we don't have that cotton that catches at the end of our fall. You know, one thing about Scorpio, we don't have that extra shield. We don't have that extra support group, because we're loners. A lot of people misunderstand us. A lot of people, stereotype us. A lot of people are looking for the worst case scenario before they look for the best situation. I look for the best in us. They will try to find the worst in us, and we the type we try we the opposite. Even though people say, "Oh, it's a Scorpio, so it's gonna be a dark person. He's gonna be a dark personality," but no, that's not the situation. We try to look in the see the best in a person. You know, we see a person. They could be the roughest person, be have the roughest edges, be the most unorthodox personality. Whatever. We can always see. We're the type of person that will look at the beauty in the person before we look at the um the worst in a person, and this is where it get to a point where a lot of Scorpios will get to the point where we start becoming more impatient and more you know more stern and more blunt when we handle situations, when it comes to breaking off situations that we know are dead, because we know how we are. We know if we don't cut it off at that second, it's no in between with us. And this is what y'all got to understand. This is a golden part. Y'all make sure y'all like. If y'all don't hit that like, I'm gonna still share it, but I'm not gonna give y'all the full thing. Y'all make sure y'all like and support this video. Don't sit there on the outskirts and just be ear hustling. Hit the like button, support the video. If you're gonna watch it, watch it. If you're not, you not. Hit the like button, support the video. And I'm gonna break this point down to y'all, and I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get real serious with it, because I realized I've been putting so much energy and so much emphasis on stuff that is dead. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like one thing about us is we are so loving and so passionate and so real. It's like we beat on dead horses, dead furniture, dead dog, dead leg, dead toe. We beat on it until we see some life in it, even when we know it's completely gone, because we the type, we have that much passion, we have that much seriousness, we have that much love and that much effort for anything we put in it. So we know for a fact. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm gonna share this fact with y'all, but y'all gotta hit that like button. There's 21 of y'all in here. It's only a few of y'all liking. Y'all got to hit that like button, support, if y'all want me to break down these points, because I'm gonna get to y'all like I never gave it to y'all, because I'm in a different place right now. I'm in a whole different mindset. So I'm gonna break it down to y'all like I never broke it down to y'all, because I'm not holding back. Because a lot of times I held back on videos because of certain situations, trying to preserve certain feelings. No more of that. I'm gonna go all the way in, but y'all got to hit that like button. I'm not gonna waste my time. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that support. Let me get this link in. Because one thing about us, let me hold on, let me get this all the way in before I go ahead. I be having so many points, I be trying to hit them, but y'all got to hit that like button though, if y'all want me to get all these points out. And y'all make sure y'all show that love if you can, all that good stuff. I appreciate the love. See a couple of y'all piling up in here. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much. I'm gonna make sure I read everybody's comments too. So if you comment and ask me a question, don't think I'm gonna ignore you or whatever. I'm just getting my points across and getting to the video. Then I'm gonna start getting into the questions, everything. So you can talk away. It's not gonna be ignored. So don't worry about it. I'm just I'm just hitting my points first. Then I'm gonna make sure I do all that good stuff and have fun with y'all, because I love y'all so much. That's why I be doing this. I don't be doing this because trying to be seen. I don't be doing this for I was getting that attention before I even started doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I do this out of the pure love. Even when people don't understand, y'all don't understand how much hatred I done got, how much jealousy I done got, how many people have turned on me just from doing this, just from being myself and pursuing my own passions, just from sacrificing and doing what I have to to get my voice heard. A lot of people ain't gonna understand that, but they supposed to love you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people uh tell us so much, but one thing about us Scorpio, we don't go by people's words. That's why we don't like a whole lot of extra small talk and a whole lot of extra whatever, because that's a lot of times that's exactly what it is. It's just talk. You know what I'm saying? So we fill a person out. We don't I don't care if I don't give a doggone if you had 50 good conversations with the Scorpio. If he doesn't know you from a hill of beans and you haven't had no experiences to prove yourself and to prove your love, it's not going to hold water. So here's the link. Show some love if you can. Donate all that good stuff. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. One thing about us as Scorpio, man, this is what really breaks down and deteriorates the relationships a lot of times. A lot of time, we treat the person almost as they are, almost if they are we talking to ourselves. It's almost like we in a relationship, not with ourselves, but it's like we put the same respect and the same admiration, the same energy, the same loyalty, the same trust, the same intimacy as we would if we were if we were by ourselves. We put that same energy. We treat them with that same respect. And once you earn that respect with us, we treat you with that same respect. But a lot of times, this is why a lot of us are very apprehensive to trust people and they jump into situations because check this out. A lot of times we put energy in people who treat us like the bottom of the barrel. A lot of people will treat us like the piece of gum off the sidewalk and expect us to be these Kool-Aid smiling, happy go lucky, shuffling, bojangling buffoons. These man almost they want us to behave like a man, like almost like a dog that's been neutered. You know what I'm saying? No gahunas, no nothing to juggle with. It's like they want us to tuck our thing between our legs and parade around like you know, some weak, emotionless figure. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they want us to hold them to certain esteems, but at the same time, once we open up, once we show that love, once we give that love out, it's like, okay. And I understand that a lot of y'all deal with Scorpios that might not be on the same understanding, might not be on the same vibration. So it might not be your situation. So if it's not your situation, don't take it for what it is. But I'm saying for those of you that haven't got that certain openness out of them, or you have received that love and you received that openness, but all of a sudden there's a 360. All of a sudden there's no phone calls. All of a sudden he could care less about where you are and who you're with and what you're doing. All of a sudden he don't want to even see you ever again. And it doesn't come out of, you got to understand, it's not coming out of nowhere. It's coming out of the stuff you haven't paid attention to. You're not listening to the rhythm. You're not paying attention to the rhythm. You're off beat. You know what I'm saying? You're way off beat. It's like singing a tune. It's like everybody and you like I'm like hold on, listen to the listen to the tune. Um it's like every time it's like y'all it's like can do you get it? Am I speaking another language? Am I speaking a foreign language? It's like every time we try to break ourselves down and try to give y'all a piece of us, you know what I'm saying? Try to open ourselves up to people, try to be loving, try to give you a different aspect of a Scorpio man, try to give you an aspect of a man in full. It's like we take it. It's almost like they take it, they taste it, they eat it, what we offer them, and then they spit it out like, yeah, it's all right, but I don't really want this. I'm not like what is it? It's not enough season on it. It's not. Is it not hot enough? Like, nah, I just don't want it. It's like they stop becoming very unappreciative. They start becoming very comfortable. People start becoming very complacent with us, and this is why we back away when without a moment's given, because we know if we don't cut you off right then, it will be hard. It will be almost impossible for us to let that person go, even though we know they're toxic, even though we know the situation is going nowhere, even though we know we done everything we could to try to keep it together. We know if we don't cut it off and go the ruthless route, we gonna almost be like a person legs that's tied to a doggone to a moving vehicle. It's like being tied to a vehicle and being drugged. It's the same thing. It's the same ruthlessness. It's the same evil. And you're just along for the ride. The person has no care about your feelings, no care about your welfare, your physical welfare, your spiritual welfare. We're just being drugged along for the ride. So this is why a lot of times you will see and deal with the Scorpio man. He will cut it off. He will cut it off ruthlessly. He will cut it off impatiently without looking back. And it seemed like he's almost hurling towards the other way, and he is. It's because we know if we do not get away from certain people after a certain period of time, it's almost impossible for us to let them go, because we have this enormous loyalty. We have this undying loyalty. We will go to war and go to the depths with people that we love. We will fight to the depth. But once we realize that stuff is not congruent and it's not even, we get away. He will get away from you. He will part ways, whatever you want to call it. He will go his a whole nother way. And it's another point I wanted to get to also. Let me make sure I speak to everybody right. Hey, Shata Singh. Hey, Pluto First House. Hey, Shuri. Hey, Rochelle Ashley. Hey, Michelle Longhorn. Jay Bird. Thank you so much for ever evolving. Cam. Hey, Carolyn R. Matter of fact, let me give you one, Carolyn. Do you want to be a moderator? Let me know. Sky 11 Hook. Hey, Tora. Hey, Shakira Burgess. You always erasing something, Shakira. But I love y'all to death. And I'm gonna make sure I read all your comments too. But I'm just making sure I speak to everybody. I don't know if Carolyn's still in here. She might be swimming in a fishbowl somewhere with her Pisces self. Y'all know y'all wanderers. Let me see. And this one thing about us, it could seem like the perfect situation. It could seem like everything is peachy cream. Y'all could have a wonderful dinner over the horizon with everything going lovely. The birds chirping, the flowers blooming. But then all of a sudden you say some disrespectful words out your mouth. All of a sudden you start coming off with these blatantly rude, thoughtless things. You know what I'm saying? It's like the moments, those small moments in between is what kills the relationship. It what it takes the rhythm out of the heart of the relationship. It rocks the boat of the Scorpio. We hate when people thoughtlessly do stuff. We hate when people almost selfishly take a hold of themselves, because it's like we are we type people. It's like if we in a situation with you, we all the way in. We don't know any halfway. We don't know no fake pretend love. We don't do that. We don't like playing around with people and being in a relationship and knowing we not being loyal. We don't do that. We don't play those type of games. And we not gonna be in a relationship with you and we gonna be single. We gonna play the whole single role. We not gonna go into no into the motions. And that's how we are, Scorpio. We feel people out. We feel individuals out. We know who is worth the time and we know who is not. We know who is serious and we know who is not. And that's the bottom line. We don't care how popular you are. We don't care how wonderful you think you are. We don't care how cute. If you're not fitting into our eyesight, if you're not fitting into and making sense to us, it's not going to make sense. It don't. We don't care how attractive you appear or how nice you look. If you show selfishness from the first conversations, if you so weird from the first instances, it's not gonna work. We already know it's not. We already know. We see the writing on the wall. We're not the type that have that's. I told y'all, we are not thirsty for water. We not gonna. He's not gonna be the type. He'll approach you. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to save it if we feel like the person is wholeheartedly into the situation. If we know that they are genuine, but once the rhythm is off, we already know it's completely off, and there's no way of getting it back on track. Because a lot of times, it's we are unheard. We don't even have to talk that much or say too much. But once we let our voice get heard, once we try to vocalize ourselves and let people know what's going on and why certain things are happening, or why we feel a certain way about things, we get the backslap. People get the attitudes. People don't want to talk to us. But at the same time, what people don't understand is Scorpio will love you to the end and never ever talk to you again. We can love you with all our heart. Even make sure your kids are all right and never talk to you again. Never ever want to see you again. Because one thing about us, we know what energy we put into it. We know what love we put into it. We know what we done. We done everything. One thing about us, and I'm gonna break this down because I told y'all I know Scorpio is complex, so I got to break it down. One thing y'all got to understand is we don't we don't masquerade, we don't perpetrate, we don't keep images. Whatever love that we have, whatever we share with you is real. Whatever energy we put into you is real, is special because we do not do that with everybody. Whatever energy, even if it's just coming to visit you and take the time to visit you, take the time to pick up the phone and call you. That's people even take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? People that's in relation, they get to a point where they become complacent. They take the small stuff for granted. Once one little bad situation happen or one little thing goes off kilter, you know, a lot of people, and I'm not going in on just people that's dating Scorpio. I'm going in period. People get emotionally, they will lose their whole mind, and that shows, and that's what we want to see. We don't try to hide from that. We don't try to go around that. We look at it exactly for what it is. We're like, okay, if anything serious happened, anything that happens that this person they're gonna completely lose it. They're gonna completely go dead. This is a dead situation. It's the heartbeat of the relationship has no rhythm. It has no pulse. It's dead. And that's how the Scorpio. That's how we approach it, and that's how we're gonna treat it. We're gonna be like, God bless the situation. Dearly departed relationship. I wish you the best. Pour out a little liquor for the female that we was in a relationship. Pour out a little liquor. You know what I'm saying? Cause we not selfish. Pour out a little liquor. You know what I'm saying? Do what we gotta do. Say a prayer. Say a prayer for you. I hope I hope you find whatever you looking for in your complacent, dysfunctional mind. Great, but we gonna treat it and keep moving on as though you never existed, because we have to put that in the same place because it's no pulse in the relationship. It's dead. The relationship is dead. It has no heartbeat. It's not. It is flatline. There's nothing there. All I can do is say my last piece. You know what I'm saying, and that's it. And a lot of Scorpios not even going to do that. We don't feel like there's no need to have any type of real closure because it's like We put everything there. We don't hold nothing back. A lot of people in relationships, they hold back. Like, I'm not gonna do this until it gets to this point. I'm not gonna act like I'm really in a relationship till it gets to the point where the other person walking out the door. I'm not gonna see what's really going on till the person go. We don't have to do that. We put it all on the table right then on the spot. That's why we tell you when we first get into a situation with people, if you are not mentally stable, if you are not ready for a relationship, please let us know. We will ask you kindly, are you ready for a relationship? But if you're not ready for that relationship, we will kindly oblige you and keep it to a certain distance. But don't try to act like you want to be in a situation when you're mentally and spiritually not ready. A lot of people are not ready for us, and that's the bottom line. A lot of times, a lot of them are not ready for the high vibration. I ain't talking about the lower vibrational ones, the slugs that are slithering on their stomach. I'm talking about the ones that are flying in flight, that are ready to fly, or that's already in flight in their phoenix level, or on their ego level. It's like once we see the rhythm, we see when a person start get acting funny, we see when a person when the individual is being weird with us. We read. You got to understand when you dealing with us, you don't have to say anything physically. You can keep all the appearances and all the fake love that you want, but if the pulse of the relationship is dead, oh man, y'all keep making me hit points, man. It's like picking up, and I'm sorry for the graphic description, but I got to keep it real. And y'all make sure y'all show me this love because I'm about to break it down on some real, I'm about to go real deep. It's like picking up a, it's actually like picking up a dead corpse and putting it on stage. It's like putting tying strings to the body, whatever machinery into a dead corpse and try to move it around and try to eat dinner with it. Try to sit it at a kitchen table. Sit a whole dead body at a kitchen table. Try to take it out with you. You carrying it on your back. You carrying all 200, 100 pounds on your back because it's dead. What is the reason? Why would you keep moving on? It's dead. The situation is dead. The individual is not receptive. They're not there. They could physically be there, but they're departed from the situation. They're not there. Yeah, it don't matter how long you've been together. It don't. You can keep the body there till it's nothing but a skeleton, but it's still there. It's not. It's dead. The situation, the relationship is dead. Why are you trying to entertain it? Why are you still dressing it up? Why are you still putting hats on it? Why are you still tying the shoes on this dead relationship? It's dead. It's not there. It's completely deteriorated. It's gone. And that's how we see it. Once a situation is gone, it's gone. It ain't no need for us to run back and forth. It ain't no need for us to have a hissy fit. It ain't no need for us to do all that stuff. We just go ghost. We disappear and we leave it forever because we what the words that we said, the anger, the passion that we and the love that we have, we put it all right there in the beginning. So when the relationship is dead and when the pulse is completely gone, what in the world is I'm talking about completely gone. I ain't talking about just a little hint of a heartbeat still there. I'm talking about once the pulse is completely gone, why should we sit there and resuscitate and do CPR? Why in the world would you continue to do CPR 2 months after the body has departed, 2 days after the body has departed, even 24 hours after the body? I'm not talking about a life, relationship that still have warmth in it, that still have love in it, that still have some type of pulse in it. I'm talking about a relationship that's been completely done. Especially when you go to the point when you're going over 6 months in a dead relationship. Why? Why would we do that? Why would we try to cater and put attention to that situation? It's dead, it's lifeless. And eventually you keep carrying on that situation, it's gonna suck the life out of you. It's gonna just like a person carrying a physical dead body with them like it's alive, it's gonna start mentally deteriorating you because you're gonna start becoming delusional. They be like, they be like, uh, you like, I'm in a loving relationship with this beautiful person. Be like, what are you talking about? I don't see anybody there. There's nobody there. You're by yourself. What are you talking about? Are you in some type of illusion? Are you losing it? You're by yourself. What are you talking about? There's nobody there with you. It's almost gonna be looking like we're making invisible people up that don't exist. You know. So before we start doing that, we depart. We cut the situation off. We don't give it no more air. So let me go into the comments, see what's going on. Uh, y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter. I appreciate the love, support. Unless a person is toxic, malicious, gossiper to me or others, I don't ghost. I do sometimes take breaks when I'm obsessed with a subject. I'm working on that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Pluto. I'm talking about when it's to the point where it's toxic, when it's to the point you can't remember the last time you had a good time with this person. It's to the point where their physical presence is almost disappearing from your memory. It's like what is no need to keep holding on to something that's not there no more. And that's how Scorpios are. We are extremely sentimental, and we are extremely loving, and we will hold on to people for a very, very, very long time, because once a person has grown into our heart, we is truly is deeply inside, because we don't do anything by a minor, a halfway, or half effort. We put everything into it. We put our hearts and our soul and all our energy into it. So when somebody approaches us with a half heart, when somebody approaches us with this nonchalant, what, like, I'm just here, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't know where I'm gonna hit, it's all right, yeah. He gonna cut you off, lady. He gonna leave you because you don't have no. The heartbeat is not there. It's like hello, hello, hello. Is somebody home? Hello. Nobody's there. The person is talking physically. You can see them physically, but it's nothing there. No substance. It's no spirit. It's nothing there. If every time you open up your mouth, you only talking about yourself, and you only cry, being a crybaby about yourself, that's not a relationship. That's not a that's not a person that's ready to build anything. Every time a dude, every time, and even with people, us building homeboys and being cool with dudes, it's like like bro. Every time I turn around when I'm in the depths of hell, and you sitting beside the fire hydrant, and you picking and you digging in your, oh boy, you about to make me cuss, and you digging in your boxes, and you sitting by a fire hydrant, you sitting right by the fire station, and a lot of people won't even lift a finger to even help you. They won't even they won't even show no empathy or no love. But at the same time, we have to be loving. Why? We don't have to do anything because we did it when we were supposed to. We did it when we were supposed to. A lot of people are like, well, aren't you going to save your relationship and yada yada yada? It's like no, because we put all the effort in the love beforehand. We did that beforehand. So what is there left to be done? Nothing. So we're gone. We out the door. We it's done with. We don't try to hold on and nah, because what is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? You just only showing your own. It's for us. This is how we look at it. Holding on to dead relationships and people that could care less about us, and try to hang on to a dead relationship with no pulse, a heart with no pulse. It's like it's just gonna deteriorate us. It's gonna drag us. It's just gonna make us to the point we're not gonna want to be into. It doesn't have a good effect on us when we try to hold on to stuff that we can't. When we have no control over people that don't really could care two hoops about you, but it doesn't, like, people like, I'm not physically with my Scorpio, but I do this and I do that, and I show him this and I told him that, but you're not physically there. You're not physically there. You know what I'm saying? You pick up the phone and you have conversations, but every time you pick up the phone, you talking about this. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to talk about your kids or whatever, but you talking about this. You talking about stuff that's going on with yourself. You talking about stuff that's going on television. You talking about what you plan on going on vacation. You talking about this and that. What about the relationship? What about the heart? They don't have. Is no substance there. One thing about us is we read the writing on the wall real fast, and we don't even have to tell you. But when we do tell you, if he gets to the point where he tell you, "Hey, that's it," because at that point he's built it up in himself to like just completely cut it off. And a lot of Scorpios like they won't give you that opportunity because we know that if we drag and try to fight and hold on for this person, we never gonna get out this situation because of our heartstrings, because of how deep we are, because of how real we are. We gonna try to put that realness into a situation that we know that is dead. Oh, that's a lot better. I'm sorry about the lightning, y'all, but it's crazy, and that's why a lot of times you don't know what's going on because a lot of times it's off. You're not listening. The signs been on the wall, but you're not listening. You're not paying attention. The heartbeat has long left the body of the relationship, and the Scorpio man he's only doing what he naturally supposed to do. When the heartbeat and the relationship is dead, he's made peace with it and moved on with his life. He's not going to sit there and hold over the body. It's you got to bury it. You know what I'm saying? Just like anything that's passed on, you got to bury it and you got to move on. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for us to do that a lot of times when we get deep into it with a person because we do not halfway do stuff. And another one of my Scorpio, I can't think of his name. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. Y'all might even watched him before. He got dreads too, got glasses. He said it perfectly. He said, us leaving relationships is like us leaving a house that we built with our bare hands. It's like us leaving a house that we built all the materials. We made the bricks, we made the 2x4s, we made the nails. It's like us leaving a house and deserting it after we built it from the ground up, after we struggled to pay for it without from the ground up. So we will leave. So it's hard for us to leave that. It's like no, why I'm gonna build this house just for somebody else to live in it. But at the same time, we forget to realize that yeah, we built that house and yeah, somebody else might move in that house, but it's not gonna have the same love. It's not gonna have the same attention. It's not gonna have the same honor because the person is not gonna have that same worth. He's not gonna look at that picture or that particular individual the same way. Thanks, JP. Thanks, Jay. What's going on? I heard you got a new love interest. Say it ain't so, JP? You got a new love. Let me know what's up, man. You got to hit me up. Uh, Hit me up in the email, whatever. It's been really hard. A lot of stuff been going on. So I know you and Terry and a couple of y'all fellas been reaching out to me. It's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of sadness. It's been a lot of real life situations going on. And this another thing you got to realize with the Scorpio. If you're a type of person that's only going to look at yourself, you will never understand us. You will never love us. You will never understand us because if you type of person like I'm going through this, you type of person that won't take for a second to look at that individual man and say, "Wow, he's been through hell. Wow, he has a tumultuous life. Wow, he's gone through many. He has to bury many friends. He had to bury many loved ones. He's going through a turmoil." So the person with the few, the very few people that have that real strong moral mindset, they will stick around. They will stick by that individual, that loyal individual that Scorpio man always look for. They will be amongst us. I really appreciate y'all showing love, but y'all hit that PayPal too. Hit the PayPal. I love y'all. But hit that PayPal. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Show love towards the PayPal. I love y'all. Thank you. Um, y'all throwing me off. I love y'all though. I love and appreciate y'all. It's like a lot of times we feel completely alone in relationships, and this is a normal. This is the reason why we leave them. This is the reason why we desert them. A lot of times we feel completely alone in relationships. If I'm gonna be complete, if we're gonna be completely alone, completely miserable, completely frustrated, completely annoyed, we can do that by ourselves. If we're gonna be alone, we can do that by ourselves. And we always gotta look around and figure out where you at, figure out where your heart is. Then the situation is long gone. It's dead. It's a dead situation. Let me go and see what's going on. Hey JP, is you in love or something? I ain't finished with you yet. Is you in love or something, JP? I'm gonna mess with my boy JP right quick. Yeah, hit me up in the email, man. Let me see. Oh, hey, oh, thank you so much. Hey, pretty trees TV. This is it, but I changed my name. What did you talking about? Pretty trees. My Scorpio baby father keeps asking me to have another baby with him. Oh, okay. Yeah, you would definitely have to hit me up about that because that sounds like a deep situation. What are you talking about? I don't I don't know why I sent it. What are you talking about? Y'all, I always tell you about donate towards the PayPal. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love when y'all support. Thank you so much. Would Scorpio get a sidekick relationship while in a dead relationship? Torah, uh, no. He would try hard. He would try hard to get rid of it. He would try hard to get rid of you because we find it hard to get rid of people even when they are being toxic and when the relationship is dead. It's like we try to cut it completely off because we don't even play games. Even if he had a side piece, you would already pretty much know the relationship is dead. Even if he had one, you would already know it's dead. It's dead. He's not going to call you. He's not going to check up on you. He's not going to care about your welfare, whereabouts. Oh, she made a singing video about you. Okay, okay, that's what it is. I think I like to think I'm very indigenous. I like to think so. I like that name. It represents a lot. Let me see. Forever evolving. Ask the question. Let me see what forever evolving said. Let me see what you said. Forever evolving. How would you handle an ex who doesn't want to be, who doesn't want it to be dead? What if they keep begging to come back? It depends on what the situation, because every situation is different. Every situation is different. If he's trying to hold on to you, it's because he really love you. But at the same time, it depends on where the situation lies. It depends on what happened. You have to email me about that forever evolving because I know there's a lot of pieces to that puzzle. So I'm not going to answer it in a short, response. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You say you just showed me some love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Sky 11 Hook. Thank you so much. Yeah, if y'all can donate. Please donate to my PayPal link And if you want to email me and ask me some questions, make sure you donate and make sure you just hit me up. Let me see. I'm saying I've changed my name. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. uh, Pluto first house. Yep. I just see you as a friend if you don't come the right way. If I have feelings, I talk to you lightly from afar. I'd rather be alone. My body is my temple. Absolutely. You know the email forever evolving. Oh, thank you. Uh, I mean, let me see. But I'm gonna say this for forever evolving. It's like if he's reaching, yeah, you would have to break it down because I don't want to give you. The only reason I'm not giving you a quick answer because everything doesn't have a quick answer to it. Everything doesn't have a quick resolution to it. You know what I'm saying? If you a type of individual, that's why that's and this another thing about that's another good point. It's like if you a type of female that's looking for a quick resolution, a quick microwave relationship where everything just seems like television, where everything wake up happy, like hee hee, be just jumping up and down, we in love, whatever. And think it's gonna, if you're not gonna have to put no work. Then it's not gonna be times you're not gonna get frustrated. Be times you're not gonna want to talk to each other. Then you are living on a fantasy island. You need to go to Never Never Land with Alice in Wonderland. I don't know. You maybe need to go dance with the Tin Man and put on a wig like Michael Jackson and act like you in the Wiz because you are a fantasy. You a person in a deep deception. You living in a fantasy. You're not living in the real world. If you look at go buy you a plastic man, a blow up man. All these weirdos are doing it. Go get you a blow up doll, blow it up, put a towel on him, put a little hat, a little cute little hat on him, and let him be your pretend fantasy individual because that's the only person that's gonna fit your criterias. A lot of you just go buy you a dummy. Just get you an escort or something because you're not ready for a relationship. You don't need that. Don't waste our time. Go, you know what I'm saying? If you want to play around and just keep it like that. Don't waste our time because you're gonna only get stung. You're gonna only get hurt because we do not take stuff. We don't take relationships lightly. We do not like playing around with people. Go play with somebody else. Go play with the kids. Go play with your thumbs. Let me see. Hey, Tracy Stanley, a relationship is a full time job. Yeah, it's a full time job, which most people can't, seem to grab. Let me see. Was wondering the same thing. Hey, Scorpio, what's going on? Exactly. Relationships are nothing like TV shows, but most of these women and most of these dudes too think it's gonna be like some TV show. When women start coming out with that, if you start that type of individual that regurgitates everything you watch and regurgitate everything you see from a script, go. Let me tell you two things you need to do: pack up all your stuff, donate it to the homeless. Make sure your people know and aware that you about to end it all. Pack it all up and jump off the closest bridge because you are toxic and you don't live in any type of reality whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And that's just I'm sorry. That's just what it is. 'Cause I'm tired of seeing a lot of us Scorpio men getting put down, getting blamed. Like okay, you talking about all these bad Scorpio? What in the world? What about all these toxic females that are approaching these Scorpios? What like I know everybody ain't no innocent. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. So if you know you're a time waster, if you know you never had a good relationship, if you know that you haven't put any real effort into a relationship, don't expect that Scorpio man to do so. If you came to the relationship with a half-hearted effort, I was like, he was cool, but I was like, this and like, don't even play with us like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll stomach it, we'll put up with it for a short amount of time, but when that invisible clock is empty, then you will have a very uneasy, a very ruthless, a very cold, dark man to deal with. Because one thing about us is once we cut off the love, we cut off the attention, we cut off everything. It ain't just like, oh, we taking a piece and still like, I'm gonna be a friend from a distance. I'm gonna be, we could just be good friends. We just good friends. No, no, get away from me. Don't come around me. Leave me alone. If you didn't appreciate my energy and my love in the beginning, do not come around. Because the heartbeat is dead. You know what I'm saying? The trumpet's been blown. The fat lady is sung. Whatever you want to call it. And a lot of them don't want to hear that tune. They like, oh, but like, oh, it's like y'all looking at a dead corpse. It's like, oh, it still got brown. It's still some brown on the skin, so it might still got some life left in it. Even though I done drained all the blood out of the relationship, I done knocked the pulse out of his heart. I done snatched. I done took everything, every organ and sucked everything out of the body. Is something still left in it? I can still revive it. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you would have, if it would have been some way to revive it, it would have been done long before it gets to a certain extent. And that's why when it comes to us, we cut it off real fast with no warning, because it's only going to make us react in the worst ways. Before we react in the worst way by cussing you out or doing some 3D low vibrational, lower dimensional type of behavior, we would just cut you off, because we realize it's always gonna be somebody. It's gonna be somebody out there that's definitely gonna be on the same page with us. That's gonna understand our love, not just understand the love, but appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people really don't have that self worth and value about themselves. One thing about Scorpios, we know what we worth, but at the same time, we don't have this ego, this invisible ego. We try to kill that a lot of times, but when a person keeps stepping on our shoes, we will poke our chest out harder and faster than anybody else will. Let me see. Protect your body energy at all costs. Okay, exactly right. Okay, not my situation. I just wondered how Scorpio would handle an ex who didn't see the relationship as dead. Uh, uh, even if they don't see the relationship as dead, they will never. A lot of times they will never see the relationship as dead, even if it's been buried underground for years, days. They will never ever see the clear picture. So how we deal with it, we keep moving forward. We don't. It ain't no time to keep looking back, keep checking back, keep checking back. And a lot of times we do this sometimes as Scorpio men, because we have sentimental value, like hold on to you, like, because when we close to a person, it's close to our heart. It's real for us. It ain't, we not out here playing and just connecting with people just be connected and be like, oh, it's a pretty person. Let me just talk to them just because. Like, oh, I just want to be friends. You look great. Nah, it's a vibration. It's an intellectual and spiritual bond. It's something that connects me to a certain individual. I don't approach nobody for no reason, for random small talk. I could care less about how the dog. I love the animals, but I'm not calling you to ask how the dog is doing. I'm not calling you to ask how well your company is doing. I'm not calling you because how pretty you think you are, how pretty you actually are. I call you because it's something deeper. It's a deeper meaning behind you. At least that's what appears to us. But once you prove otherwise to us, we'll leave you alone. We don't care if you have 1,000 men approaching you. We will. You can subtract that. You just have 999, because we don't care. We could care less. We will move on and move forward. in the same with the same stride. Okay, you got to do maintenance every day or it falls apart. It deteriorates just like anything else. Yeah, and a lot of times, a lot they give up. So a lot of times the car it goes from being a classic Corvette to being a clunker. Because you don't put gas in, you're not putting gas in it. You're not checking up on it. You're not cleaning it. You're not make sure the engine's straight. You're not doing what it takes to keep it together. So it's dead. It's gonna die. It's gonna deteriorate. It's the end. The thing is, people believe it's really reality TV, but it's scripted. I know, JP. Tell me about it. Living on a desert island of nowhere, and if you want to send me a friend request, my channel is God Body channel. I'm gonna put it in the and I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna put it in the chat. God Body channel. Make sure so I can make sure I get y'all straight. 'Cause I know some of y'all want to reach out to me, or whatever. Hit me up on the God Body channel. I'll make sure I put it in how I spell it. Lord knows, I know how most of the people after my generation, even people older than me, as far as my dad's generation. So one thing about us as men, as Scorpio men, we know the frequency of the universe that we live in. We know what's really going on in the world around us. We know how most men deal with situations and deal with women and deal with relationships. We know what's good, what's tolerable, what shouldn't be tolerated, what we shouldn't deal with. But a lot of times we go past that because when we love somebody, we go over and beyond to let them know that we want to be with them, that we trying to make it work. But once that effort and that thing is gone, once that pulse is dead, he's gonna be gone. Once he feel there's no heartbeat in that relationship or that situation no more, he is gone. He is in the wind. He is in the wind. I done seen them. I can't tell you how many times I done seen guys in Generation X and the baby boomers tell me, man, I wish I was your age again. I would have did it. I wish I could do it all over again. Man, I had one. I met beautiful, wonderful people that could have connected with, but I stayed in this relationship, and we ended up having kids, and y'all know how it goes. Y'all done heard it 100,000 times. Y'all know that one, and I wish I would have did it differently. I had the chance. I was so young. I thought I was doing the right thing. So I stayed in a dead situation. I waited on this, and it destroyed me. We listen to that. We listen to that not just with our ears. We listen to that with our hearts, and we take that in like, wow. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that bitter old man. I don't want to be that bitter ex-husband. I don't want to be that bitter ex-boyfriend. So before we come that person, we'll just disappear and leave it and make a whole new clean slate. We don't hold back. We don't live life. We ride life. We don't. Most people just live life. I'm working my job. I'm preparing for my retirement. My kids. Like the hell with that. I'm living. I'm reading. I'm writing. I'm exploring. I'm executing. I'm making it happen. I'm living from the hell to the sky. From the hellhole to the sky. We live life for real. We don't sit back and play and just play the game. We live life for real. Most people sit back in a doggone lawn chair on the sidelines talking about they living life. Ain't no such thing as living a comfortable life. Ain't no such thing as living a perfect life. There's no such thing. You're living in a delusion. If you want some type of vacation, you need to go to the Bahamas, go somewhere, let your feet kick out, let the sand rub between your toes. But other than that, It's real. Life is real. Life is intense. Life is hectic. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all come in. Don't just be that. Hey, God, buddy. I ain't like the video yet, but hey, like the video too. Hit that like button. Don't just be like, hey, hit that like button too. I'm just messing with y'all, but y'all make sure y'all hit that support, show that love. Because we the type that before we let a person take us to the depths of hell, and even we see the thing is going down, and we like y'all don't understand. Like when we see a person is doing nothing but destroying us, doing nothing but lowering us down, we will take the whole damn thing and ignite it. We will make sure we will destroy it ourselves before we let anybody destroy anything that we built. We will destroy it and demolish it with the wrecking ball. We will not give it a second's notice. We will tear it down from the ground up. We're not gonna sit there and wait for you to deteriorate it until it's nothing and leave us out in the cold. No, we gonna destroy it. So we both gonna be out in the cold. We gonna be out in the cold together. We. It's like nah. It this ain't. We don't play around. This is not the individual you want to be with. If you goofy and like to play around, don't take life serious and think this is some type of game. This ain't no game. Do y'all look at see really what the world that that's going around? Like what's really going around us? Like all the people that's dying and all the stuff that's happening. People sitting there wasting time, BSing and twiddling their thumbs, picking in their fingernails, worrying about how their hair look, worrying about how they dress, worrying about this and that. You worrying about saving and putting stuff up for the future. You don't even know if you're gonna make it to next week. What in the world are you talking about? You planning for 2 years from now, and you might not even make it to tomorrow. You people hell bent on stuff that makes no difference, stuff they can't even take with them. I hope you have, and if you that type of individual, I hope you have fun with it. I hope they throw some stuff in your casket where maybe in the spiritual you can play with it and toss it up like some type of volleyball or something. Because from what I know, it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna stay right here, from ashes to ashes, to dust to dust. Material is material, nothing more. It ain't gonna breathe. It ain't gonna breathe life. It ain't gonna reproduce. It ain't gonna give you no energy. It ain't gonna conversate with you. It's just a material, nothing more, nothing less. You can be happy with it one day, jumping up and down, thinking you the man. Next day, you feel like you're in a living hell because you realize you're spiritually depleted. You realize you have no substance. You realize you based all your self worth on materialistic things that hold no value. Hold no value. So when stuff get taken away from people with that mentality, they left depleted. They left spiritually dehydrated. They be the same ones be ready to take 1,000 pills. They be the same ones ready to drink the end of the bottle. They be the same ones trying to keep themselves entertained 24/7 because they're living in the spiritual hell because they have no substance of things that really matter in this life in their journey. They only holding on to things with no substance. And these are the type of people that we separate from. Because Scorpios, we are too heartfelt, we too deep, we're too real for that. We're not gonna extend our hands out for somebody to give us a plastic hand, for somebody to give us an elbow. You know how you try to shake somebody's hand, they give you an elbow, like nigga, get out of here, man. You gotta shake my hand. Just get out of here. Sometimes I would take their elbow, like get out of here. I don't wanna if I wanna shake your hand anyway, damn clown. Like, nigga, who you think you is? Nigga, I ain't ludicrous. We ain't rolling bowls up in here. What's wrong with you? I want to touch your rusty, ashy elbows. Let me, facts. Let me see. Facts. I just lost someone yesterday. He was shot. Don't take life for granted. Absolutely. You know, a lot of people you sitting around arguing with the man, sitting around raising hell with the man. What if you up and lost? What if something up and happened to that man? What if he had a heart attack? What if something happened to him? Then what? You wasted time. You wasted time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of individuals we back away from. That's the type of individuals we clear away from because we know it's a waste of time. We know it's going absolutely nowhere. And be careful who we have around us before they try to drain our energy. Absolutely, because a lot of times people try to drain us, man. Let's hit the light. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Thank you. So true. Money's just like, bro. I see people bro. I was the same person because I was ignorant. I thought like, I want to be flossing. I want to sit on top of the world. You know, that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? All I need is that big check. All I need is that big opportunity. But then I realized, like, damn, that ain't gonna bring my man's low back. That ain't gonna bring my man day back. They ain't gonna bring my sister back. Ain't gonna bring my boy Sid back. Ain't gonna bring my grandmother back. Ain't gonna bring my grandfather back. What the hell is it worth? What is it really worth? You putting a band-aid on a freaking cut. You putting you putting a piece of tape on, just like you said, on a bullet. You putting it on a bullet wound. You know what I'm saying? It don't heal nothing. It just make it seems like you being healed, but deep inside you're destroyed. You're tarnished. You're deteriorating. It's like gift wrapping dog. It's like gift wrapping something that's deteriorating, that's dying. It don't matter how pretty the wrappings look. It don't matter how glittery it is. It's still there's nothing there. There's nothing inside. There's nothing worth holding on to. You just decorating it. That's all you're doing. You're just putting decorations on something that's already deteriorated. I realize all that stuff, all that material stuff, it ain't gonna bring nothing back that I really care about. All the stuff that's really worth it. If I all the money, if it could bring some my boys back, bring my loved ones back, if it could bring certain things back in this lifetime, that it would be worth it. But the way people hold on to it, while all these people are dropping around us, and people focus on stuff that means absolutely nothing. And that's why a lot of times we go our own separate ways. We separate ourselves from these people because they hold no substance, they hold no reality, they hold no realness. Let me, uh, hey Michelle, Fiery. And let me see. Hey Sahara. So I don't know. Soria. Okay. My ex Scorpio only wanted sex, which I refused. He tried to force it on me. I lost it and screamed at him. Uh, I do not want sex out of a marriage. Y'all married, and you said, "Oh Lord, you got to email me. You got to email me because you're not making sense to me. You're just not making sense to me. You got to email me because it's not making sense to me right now. Uh, Making sure I read all your comments. Yep, I just see. Okay, I read that. Make sure I read all your good stuff. I have seen sunsets sipping champagne, and I have seen it penniless. The only thing I remember is the beautiful sunset. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's like man, all that stuff without having someone to love and care about, without having real substance and real soul, and it's like it's nothing there. It's nothing there. But if the only thing that's going to keep you with a person is materials, then y'all never had no substance in the relationship. There was never no love, real love, not no real love in the relationship. If the only thing that's holding you on to a relationship is circumstances and materials, then you need to go your own separate way. and that's how we see it. The only thing that holds us together is is trying to be loyal and because we've been together for a certain time. Then it's time to call it quits. But for one thing, I love y'all. I really appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Big kiss. All my brothers. Pounds, pounds, slap, slap. 'Cause I don't do all that funny stuff. But much love to my boy Scorpy. Much love to my boy Malcolm. Much love to my boy Troy. Uh, all the fellas, man. Much love to all the fellas. Thank you so much, all my moderators. That's you know that's been solid with me. You know what I'm saying? All the people that's been solid with me. Just because you've been solid for a certain amount of time and then you disappear, what credit do you deserve? What credit and position in life do you deserve? What loyalty do you deserve? If you don't show no loyalty to nobody else and you disappear within the blink of an eye, what type of loyalty do anybody owe you? They owe you the same loyalty that you show to others, that you show to your Scorpio, that you show to anybody else. If you are disappearing, a funny type person that get all it, you don't deserve it. And we already know you don't. That's why we get away from you and we stay away from you. So if the rhythm of the heartbeat is off beat, then it's a dead cause, it's a lost cause. But if you can keep the rhythm of that heartbeat, if you can nurture that relationship, if you can keep feeling that relationship, if you can keep understanding and put effort in that relationship, put the same energy, then he's gonna match you with that same energy. But if you don't bring anything to the table, if it's but nothing but a headache, he's gonna get away from you. Period. That's it. That's the end, and that's all. But I love y'all. I got some more. I got a whole lot of good stuff coming up for y'all. So if y'all support this video, y'all show that love, donate. If you want to send me a friend request, my page is God Body Channel on did I put my email in yet? Okay, let me put my link in one more time. If you want to show some love, thank you so much for all my moderators. Thank you so much. Y'all done stupendous job. Thank you so much. It's like it's weird, man. It's like the more love I put into people, they be the main ones that try to take a dump on me. You ain't taking no dump on me. You better get up and go to the porta potty. You ain't urinating on my head and telling me it's rain. I'm giving you a rope that choke to pick you up out the hole. You get up out the hole and you put the same rope around my neck and strangle me with it. You must be out your mind. If you think I'm not gonna go crazy, or you think we're not gonna leave you and never turn back, we gonna get away from you. So if you don't appreciate us, somebody else sure will appreciate us. It never failed. It never failed. Every person I left, I put energy into because I put a lot of love into. Every person I left, somebody. It seemed like the Lord always put somebody that replaced that person in that much light, that with that much more vibration, because it builds me. It's built me. All these toxic relationships. One thing about Scorpio, it builds us. Our experiences, all these things we go through, it builds us, it matures us, and that's why we do not take we don't settle for less. Because I know what toxic is. I know what a selfish, you know, I know what a selfish chick is. I know what a blabbermouth gossiping chick is. I know what a two faced, high heel wearing, neck shuffling, uh, galloping goose is. I know what these type of women are. That's why I stay away from them. When they start showing those personality traits, I get away from them, man. There's no change in them. There is no change in them. You could do everything, and I see a lot of these. I'm sorry, I got to call it like it is. I see a lot of these suckers because that's what they are. I see a lot of these suckers put a lot of the effort and be crying and begging to the point where they do videos. They do videos like begging, like yo. be crying, like be straight crying. You know what I mean? On straight crying, knowing they done did everything they can, they still be crying. Not us. We don't play that type of game. We do not, cause we know what we worth. We got more we got more esteem than that for ourselves. If people don't want to have any more self esteem for themselves than to stay in relationships where people hate them and people are dissatisfied with them, then be my guest. But when we see people that are dissatisfied with us, are not happy with us, we will oblige you. We will make sure we stay away from you and you never have to look at us again. We are not those individuals that's going to try to convince you otherwise. We will get away from you and never come around you because we don't masquerade and we don't pretend. So, with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Big kisses again. All my bros, pounds, everything. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all show that love. Uh, Donate if you can, all that good stuff. I always hope that kind of love. Meanwhile, I work on myself. My aunt is good to everyone who obeys her. Everyone else suffers. I have a Sag aunt married to a Scorpio. Oh Lord, why would Scorpio man be in a painful marriage? You know, I make sure we'll talk, Shanta. We'll talk. Um, Thank you, God body. I will email you. Oh, yeah, make sure you donate. Email me all that good stuff. My uncle is an amazing person, very loving, emotional, deep, hardworking, and sacrificing. Why is he suffering? Let me see. Oh, so your aunt is a Sagittarius, and your uncle is the Scorpio, and he's in that unhappy marriage because he has that same Scorpio crazy, stupid loyalty that he shouldn't have because he doesn't want to let go. It's hard for him to let go because we are loyal to the end, even at our own detriment. But once that, it's either in him or it's not. Once we realize that we at a point where we got to start being more stern and more aggressive, we start putting ourselves first because we realize nobody is there for us. We realize all our love is in vain. We realize that we are wasting our time. We don't sit and cry. We don't whine. We don't fuss. We don't cuss. We just leave and disappear. That's it. That's all. That's the end. So I love y'all. I appreciate all the love. And I will be back soon. So y'all support this video. And I will make sure I do another one tonight. But y'all gotta support this one. Make sure you share. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Peace.